with some exceptions for survivors' personal information and other sensitive material.
Wow.
All right, David, we have some big breaking news. The Senate has just passed a House bill that would force the Justice Department to release the Epstein files. That bill now goes to President Trump, who said earlier this week he does intend to sign it.
It compels the Justice Department to publicly release files related to Epstein and his co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell within 30 days of it being signed into law, with some exceptions for survivors' personal information and other sensitive material.
So now the release of this file has been approved. So Trump says he intends on signing the bill. So now the Epstein file should be released within 30 days, but it's going to be redacted to protect certain people's names and privacy. So we'll see how that goes as to who gets what. Now, how crazy this is. Because it is crazy. The majority of the people involved continuously make a mistake. One that they never recover from. They never really get to see big picture. What is the big picture here? What is the Epstein file going to do? This was the smoking gun of the Democrats. And what I mean by the smoking gun, meaning the threat of releasing the Epstein file, was the smoking gun for them. Now you remove that from you. Now you can't use that card no more. There's no more, oh my gosh, what are they hiding? That's gonna be gone. So now it's gonna be all up to you. No more Epstein file hiding stuff. All of that is gone. But I'm like, what is it supposed to do? It's gonna embarrass Trump. He has to sign off on it. If there was anything in there to embarrass that man, he's not going to sign it and release it. You will not get what you want. So, well, y'all think this is great. This is a bunch of nothing. It's going to come out to a nothing burger with cheese. Because what is going to be solved? Who's going to be exposed? There is no... They only going to open the files and y'all going to see that nobody in there is going to jail for nothing. Nothing's going to be discovered except for some talk and some emails. But nothing criminally. Or they would have been charged. See, nobody had any concerns about this a while back. They didn't. They could care less about the activities, the actions. And I'm saying they should have been released right from the beginning. What was the holdup for? I would have just released it and gotten rid of it. But some people in Washington don't want this out. The Democrats is like, release the files. And I'm like, they got Clinton who probably all over them damn tape. Clinton probably right there in the party. Hey, baby. I love this Jeffrey Epstein. He knows how to party. So Clinton's probably there more than anybody. And they saying release the tapes. So if that's the case, why is everybody so obsessed with the Epstein files? Just release the damn tapes and get it over with. It's the way to wage war against prejudiced people. Now, I think there's an immigrant problem, but it moves in a different way. I don't like violent immigrants. Immigration is a problem. Not really. But they want to make it a problem because they opened the floodgates and started just letting everyone in to control the elections in the next 3 to 4 years. When these people are citizens, they're going to vote for the people that let them into the country, which is going to be the Democrat. And they started moving them in the city, in the zones. They felt betrayed. That's why blacks are pissed, like, hey, why y'all putting the immigrants over here? Because y'all didn't want to vote for them. And they're not going to lose their zones to a bunch of Republicans. Illinois is the land of Lincoln. And believe me, they will arrest, they will put in jail any, and I do mean any, doggone Republican who gets in their way. The next 3 to 4 years, watch how many Republicans go down. They might not wait the 3-4 years. You're going to see a lot of people going down earlier than that. They just won 4 major states in the last election. All because of the lockdown, the whole strike. So the Democrats is already showing their power and maneuvering by just letting Donald Trump prove to be the failure that he is as president. This is the worst term he's ever had. But we've ignored it because he's chasing down immigrants. Immigrants who mean nothing. They're not saying anything about the Ukrainian immigrants that keeps coming over here and you keep giving asylum to, and they got money. Well, they ain't no problem because they got money already. So they can come over here and get all the resources just as long as they got money. So it's not about Americans. So you just want a bunch of sociopaths coming over here with money, daddy's money, so they could be sociopaths in the United States. That's exactly what this country needs. More rich sociopaths who are dangerous because they got money and the rules don't apply to them. But they okay. It's all the poor immigrants we got to worry about who's just going to come over here and work to death. They're going to work 2 and 3, 4 jobs till they die. And pass on, hopefully, so that their kids can have a better life. Which was supposed to be the American dream. Right? We want to kill that. Kill the dream so that everyone can live in the nightmare. Mm-hmm. Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what it reads down the stretch, because it's all a dog and pony show at the end of the day. Uh, Tail wagging the dog, and at the end of the day, no one respects it, because they'll be like, "Yeah, they released the files." I'll be like, "Okay, now what?" They released the files. You're right. They released the files. Now what? You see what I'm saying? You'll get the files released, but then after that, what? What's going to happen after that? What's going to happen when they release the files? What is the next move? Because does anybody have a next move? I don't think so. And then you're going to realize that it meant nothing. Nobody's going to jail. Watch, you'll see. It's just going to be more smoke and mirrors while the country is still in the same bind it was before all of this started. You know, you get to a point where you said you've seen enough. That's going to be the scenario now, because everybody has seen enough. Well, I wouldn't crown anybody just yet. I would say that it's like living by the letter of the law. And when you living by the letter of the law, this becomes the reality. You know, you're faced with yeah, you're facing with the letter of the law, that none of the policies and none of the conditions that bother this world is, you know, is here. You know, they're not covering these issues. What they're covering is their own ass. That's what people are gonna do. You know, they're gonna make their observation on who and what they think is what. So yeah, it don't bother me. Mm-hmm. Um, I'm getting ready to go live on my Casino for Life channel. It might have already kicked off, so we're gonna get into that. Oh yes. Well, Robert Parrish played the most game in NBA history. LeBron's climbing in on him. Yep, he's doing the damn toss or the rising. So let me go. Here it is. Let's get it going. So see y'all over there. Deuces.